Kevin Pillar, known for making the evening TV highlights with his glove, continues to command attention with the bat this season. The Blue Jays center fielder powered out 3 hits, plus a sacrifice fly, in Saturday's 7-2 win over the Seattle Mariners at the Rogers Center. At game's end, Pillar led the American League with 47 hits and was just one shy of Major League leader Ryan Zimmerman of the Washington Nationals. It was his 5th 3-hit game of the season, and he has scored 5 runs in his last 3 games. It's early, but not too early to project Pillar as potentially all-star game worthy. Another big stat stood out on Saturday. Pillar surpassed 1,500 at-bats for his career, a level some hitting coaches flag as the point where you truly know what you're getting from a player. Given his struggles with plate discipline early in his career, which led to a demotion to clean up his approach, it's quite an achievement. "I'm proud of myself to get that many at-bats," Pillar said after a double and a pair of singles in the Jays' 4th straight victory. "You dream of that happening. It was a longer learning curve than I imagined, but the veterans in our room, they were the batting coaches for me. They said, you can't be perfect in every at-bat. So, reaching 1,500 at-bats, and to reach it with a double, and going the other way, that was pretty cool." The sense that he has become more disciplined in his approach, not trying to tear the cover off the ball with every at-bat, resonates with Pillar. He remained confident after that early demotion. That confidence, and incredible defense, helped him make it back to the big leagues to stay. The level of pitching in the big leagues and the presence of the game's best players, though, forced him to better understand himself. "These pitchers are the best in the world. If the minor league guys were as good, they'd be up here," Pillar said. "Fortunately, I didn't struggle too much in the minors. Even if they told me down there that something I was doing wouldn't work, I'd laugh at them. But I came up here and I had some struggles, and if I didn't, who knows where I'd be today, because struggles come at some point. But they came early in my career, and because of that they didn't expect that much of me early in my career. I went to AAA, and my failures here I took there and worked on them. It was about showing more discipline at the plate, and fighting off tough pitches." Jays manager John Gibbons remembers a free swinger who may not have had a handle on what it takes to be a big leaguer at first. Like all managers and coaches, he also sees the value in watching players closely as they approach milestones. "I've heard people talk about that number, 1,500 at-bats, before. You want to see what a guy will get to once he gets a couple of years under his belt," Gibbons said. "Kevin's come a long way. There's no question he was not as disciplined at the plate. He was getting himself out more often than not sometimes. What he's done now, it takes a couple of seasons, and he's always a guy who's had to prove himself." Pillar also credits the chance to bat leadoff, an opportunity he'd wanted for a long time, to the point of begging for it in spring training. The incumbent, second baseman Devon Travis, was still recovering from a knee injury. Pillar was ready. Now he's on pace for another elite milestone, 200 hits in a season. Gibbons and the Jays may not have seen that coming, and Pillar is taking nothing for granted, playing every day like his career depends on it. "To be honest, I didn't know what he'd be like. But everyone you talk to, every coach who had him in the minor leagues, they all said, you're going to love him," Gibbons said of Pillar's early days. "They said, just watch him play, just watch him play. It may be ugly sometimes, but he's going to help you win." Now I can see what they were saying.